Good evening, everybody. How's everyone doing tonight? Check out the chat room here. Mario, Heather, hello. Cynical Saviors here as always. David, good to see you. Deb and Josh are back. What's up? Carmen, how you doing? Welcome everyone. It's Saturday night. It's live trivia night. Hope you guys are all here, ready to have a good time. Notice I don't have my green hat. I put it on order last week. Amazon is a little backed up. So, we're going to have to rock the blue hat one more week. Oh, there's Anthony. What's up, brah? What's up, Home Slice? For those of you new, I got 2 games of trivia. Over 30 questions of trivia tonight. We'll have ourselves a good time. Keep track of yourself at home. Hey, Ma. Good to see you. Keep track of your score at home. Go ahead and throw it in the chat room at the end, what your score is. Please do not put any answers in the chat room box. Please do chat, though. I like to see and talk to everybody here. Sydney there, too. Hey, Sydney, how you been? I remember when you were a baby. Let's see what time we got here. We still got a couple minutes here. We're still letting people file in here. We're up to 17. Not too bad. We're filing in here. We'll get our first question going 3-4 minutes or so. Everyone grab your beer, grab your bathroom, grab your pads of paper, pen. Place your bets with the people you're playing against. Well, let's have some fun with trivia. The beer of the night for me, you know, I always try to drink local. The Lounge Wizard by Bauhaus here in Minneapolis. Thank you, Ryan Hype, for the delivery. Dropping that by. This will be the first beer I've had in 2 days since I had a little tooth surgery the other day. But, ooh, that's good. That's real good. You know that first beer you had, and you haven't had one in a long time? A long time for me is 2 days. Alright, let's get this thing set up here, ready to go. Put me in the smaller box. There we be. Now I'm in the smaller box. Hi, Olivia. Good to see ya. Nothing really to figure out. I'm going to ask you a bunch of trivia questions. You write them down at home. Keep your own score. It's just to see how well you can do. Play against people in your own house. Or text your friends and play against them. Turn that down a little bit so I can talk. We'll have 10 questions in the first round. First round's going to be worth 1 point apiece for every correct answer. Then we'll have a mystery round with 4 questions. And have a little theme to it. And that mystery round, each of those questions will be worth 2 points. Then we'll have a final question, which is worth 5 points. Then we'll take a quick break. Call that the beer break. Go grab yourself another beer, bathroom, whatever you got to do. Then we'll play a second game. Same format, except the second game mystery round's a visual mystery round. But same format. Try to get the highest score you possibly can. We're going to have some fun. Kona Island. Kona Island's always good. Drop in the chat what kind of beer you're drinking, if you're drinking beer, or any beverages. If you're not old enough to drink an adult beverage, go ahead and throw what pop you're drinking in there. Everyone should be drinking something. Oh, that's good. That's really good. Highly recommend that Lounge Lizard from Bauhaus. If you're from Minneapolis, I'm broadcasting here from the bunker in Minneapolis. I should say Minneapolis area. Bell's Two Hearted Ale. Sounds good. Oh, Tecate. Hey, Emmy. Emily's here. How you doing, Emily? Good to see you. Just don't let him drink that Tecate till the show's over with. That's for the special occasion. Fargo, North Dakota. Hard cider there. All right, does everyone got their pad and papers ready? Is everyone ready to go? Let me take a look and see how many we got in here. 17. Oh, it might be a little higher than that. Hold on. 22. That's better. All right. I love that you're tuning in, Emily. Thank you. Make sure you write down what your score is and who you're playing against. Claire and Andrew were playing a week or two ago. You should text them, play against them. Florida. I hope you're not getting hit hard by the storms down there, Dave. I heard they're having some big storms down the southeast. Hope you're staying safe down there. All right, well, let's turn the rock music off and turn the Chill 7 on, and let's get this game rocking and rolling. You all ready? All right, just in case there's a lot of new people here, how we play the game, once again, the first round, it will have 10 questions in it. Each of these questions are worth 1 point apiece. So write down your answer, because I'm going to give you the answer right after the question. And if you get it right, give yourself a point. If you didn't get it right, don't give yourself a point. First 10 questions are worth 1 point apiece. And they're all going to be, I'm going to give you the pre-categories. Here are the categories for the first round of game number 1. First question is going to be in alcohol, which I know very well. 2 will be in singers. 3's in lakes. 4's in science. 5's in states and games. It's going to mix states and games. You'll understand it when we get there. 6 will be in flags. 7 is everyone's favorite 90s TV. 8 is walls. 9 is movie settings. And then 10, we'll end it with cereal. Once again, Chill 7 is available on iTunes. If you love the music that plays during every trivia week, thank you again to Chill 7 for letting me use in their soundtrack. Let's get this game going. You guys ready? Well, you better be ready, because question number 1 is coming your way. In alcohol, what type of alcohol was produced by Alexander Gordon, who opened a distillery in London in 1769? Let's get write down your answer at home there. One thing I forgot to do, turn down my brightness. Let's do that. They can see me a little better here. There we go. Now you guys can probably see me a little better. Get the camera up a little bit. There we go. Now we're cooking. There we go. All right. Question number 1. What type of alcohol was produced by Alexander Gordon, who opened the distillery in London in 1769? Well, I hope you wrote down gin, because that is the answer. God damn, I hate gin. D-you bitch. Gin is the answer. Gin. I know we have 1 or 2 bartenders with us tonight. I hope you guys got those. Because we're moving on to question number 2 in the category of singers. What singer released the 2001 studio album Laundry Service, which was her first to be primarily recorded in English? Thank you for the compliment on the glasses. I love them too. Pop Rocks Live is with us. Hey, Pop Rocks, how you doing? If you guys haven't subscribed to Pop Rocks Live, you should definitely subscribe to that YouTube channel. So many good things on that channel. Great songs, great tunes, great comedy. Got to check it out. Carmen, that's all right. All right, question number 2. What singer released the 2001 studio album Laundry Service, which was their first to be primarily recorded in English? And that, of course, is Shakira. Shakira. If you got that one right, give yourself a point. Didn't get that one right, don't give yourself a point. Because we're moving on to question number 3 in lakes. The northernmost portion of Lake Champlain, Champlain, that's how it's pronounced, Champlain. The northernmost portion of Lake Champlain is located in which Canadian province? Carmen, I'd yell it too, but then I get flagged from YouTube if I yell that word really loud. It's weird the things they flag you for. In this day and age. You'd think, hey, we're all adults. It's on normal TV now. But they're giving me a platform. I gotta abide by their rules. Alright, question number 3. The northernmost portion of Lake Champlain is located in which Canadian province? Well, the answer is Quebec. There it is right there. You can see it in New York, Vermont, and the northern tip sticks into Quebec. Let's go to question number 4 now in science. What is the term for the energy creating process in which multiple nuclei combine to form a single, heavier nucleus? There is great fishing in Quebec. Sadly, I'm not allowed in Quebec anymore. Well, I guess no one's allowed in Quebec anymore. They shut down their borders. But before that, I had a little incident, which makes it so I'm not eligible to go to Canada to fish anymore. But apparently they changed that law. I just have to fill out a bunch of paperwork, which would be nice, because I'd love to go back fishing up there. By the way, if you haven't checked out our other shows on this channel, Brews and Boxing, I learned how to edit, so I put graphics in. It looks like a real sports show now, so it looks really nice. Please check that out. We're also going to film the next episode of Brews and Boxing Unanimous Decision tonight with Judge Jimmy James. And then we're going to have an announcement on that show about going forward about that show. And I got another couple ideas on some other shows coming up. So, make sure you stay tuned. Question number 4 in science. What is the term for the energy creating process in which multiple nuclei combine to form a single, heavier nucleus? That answer is fusion. Fusion. Hope you got that one right. Fusion. If you got that one right, give yourself a point. If you didn't get it right, you don't get the point. We're moving on to question number 5 in states and games. Of the 7 letters that do not start the name of a U.S. state, which has the lowest value in Scrabble? So, there are 7 letters that no states start with. Of those 7 letters, which has the lowest point value in Scrabble? And we're not talking the blanks. If you write down blank, that don't count. No blanks. Only letters. Once again, welcome to Live Trivia, the only game you can play at home on quarantine. Filthy Rich is in the house. Hello to everybody at Filthy Rich's work that plays. I appreciate that you guys tune in every week and play. Shout out to all of you there. Alright, question number 5. Of the 7 letters that do not start the name of a U.S. state, which has the lowest value in Scrabble? Well, the 7 letters are Z, Y, X, Q, J, B, and E. There's no state that starts with E, and that is the lowest one of the 7, E. Moving on to question number 6. In flags, what color appears on the flag of South Korea, but does not appear on the flag of North Korea? I didn't write this one. I did write a few this week. I took a few creative liberties and changed a few questions this week. This was not one of them. Hey, thank you, Carmen. One of your favorite letters, Emily? I bet. We're past the halfway point. How you guys doing points-wise? We got 5 possible points so far. Hope you got 5. If not, hope you're staying tuned. Because we got the mystery round coming up. That's where you can make up some ground on whoever you're playing against. And then, of course, the final question's worth 5 points. 3? That's a good start, Deb. When I played it myself, I was at 3 as well. But I didn't get Quebec right, and I didn't get Shakira right. Oddly enough, first time I saw Shakira was at the halftime show this year. I'm that far out of the loop when it comes to music. 1 point, Dave! Oh, no. Well, hopefully you got this one. In flags, what color appears on the flag of South Korea, but does not appear on the flag of North Korea? And that answer is black. As you can see, the South Korea flag has got black in it. The North Korea flag does not. They both got red, blue, and white, but no black. So let's move on to question number 7 in 90s TV. In a 1996 episode, what sitcom character delivers a line that ends, "These stories have not been embellished, because they need no embellishment. They are simply, horrifyingly, the story of my life as a short, stocky, slow-witted, bald man." One of my favorite shows of all time. J-Max, are you in the room? Hope you're in the room, J-Max. 4 points for Carmen. Holy moly. You're killing it, Carmen. You're killing it. All right, once again, question number 7, answer coming your way. In a 1996 episode, what sitcom character, I need the character, delivers a line that ends, "These stories have not been embellished, because they need no embellishment. They are simply, horrifyingly, the story of my life as a short, stocky, slow-witted, bald man." I hope you got this one. He's one of my favorite actors. He played Duckman. That's not the character. Duckman, I love that show. If you've never seen that show, check that show out. But this was George Costanza. Jason Alexander, as George Costanza said that line in Seinfeld. One of the greatest episodes. J-Max, I hope you're in the room because you would have got that one. I guarantee it. Skol Vikings, Richie. Skol Vikings, baby. Moving on to question number 8. In walls, in what decade was the left field wall at Fenway Park painted green, which led to its nickname, the Green Monster? The decade I need. Was it the 20? I'll give it this. It's in the 1900s. Let's put it that way. Was it the 1910s, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s? They just changed that? No. It was in the 1900s. Which decade was the left field wall at Fenway Park painted green, which led to its nickname, the Green Monster? By the way, that's the highest outfield wall in Major League Baseball at 37 feet 2 inches. It could have been the Bobby Bonus. I missed the Bobby Bonus. Nailed it. Hey, Brandon and Nadia are in the room. It sounds like the Bobby Bonus would have been named the exact year. But I don't know the exact year. Or the Bobby Bonus could have been, how tall is it? If you're friends with me on Facebook, my personal page, you'll actually see me at the Green Monster. With my buddy Paulie and Bobby and Sweat. We took a tour of Fenway Park last year. It was, or 2 years ago. It was really, really cool. So, in what decade was the left field wall at Fenway Park painted green, which led to its nickname, the Green Monster? It was in the 1900s. I need the decade. If you guessed the 40s, congratulations, you got it right. If you guessed anything else, you got it wrong. Give yourself 1 point. 40s, 1940s. Moving on to question number 9 in movie settings. Gene Hackman played a character named Norman Dale in a 1986 film set in what U.S. state? 1930s would not count. No, you needed the 40s. I believe it was 1941. I'm not exactly sure on the exact year, but I looked it up. I thought I remembered 41, but I'm probably wrong. But I know it was the 40s, because that's what they tell me on my answer sheet. In this one, Gene Hackman played a character named Norman Dale in a 1986 film. I need to know what state that film took place in. If you want to give yourself a half point, Pop Rocks, you're only cheating yourself, so go for it. All right, Gene Hackman. We're going with the answer now on question number 9. Gene Hackman played a character named Norman Dale in a 1986 film set in what U.S. state? The film was Hoosiers. So, if you got that right, you knew what film it was, then you knew that it was in Indiana. Indiana was the name of the state where Hoosiers took place. Coach Norm Dale. All right, final 1-point question in the first round of game number 1. In cereals, the cereal known as Golden Crisp was previously known by what name, which was changed to de-emphasize a certain ingredient? Once again, this is the final 1-point question of game number 1. Then we'll have the mystery round. Then after the mystery round, we'll have the final question. We'll have our beer bathroom break. And then we'll have game number 2. So then you can replace double or nothing your bets with whoever you're playing against. By the way, we hit 100 subscribers this week. I know you saw it. And I thank you all very, very much for sharing that to people. We're on our way to 1,000. Once you get to 100, they say your first 100 is the hardest. Then the 1,000's the next. Later live to go check out my page. Trivia every week. All right. The final 1-point question. The cereal known as Golden Crisp was previously known by what name, which was changed to de-emphasize a certain ingredient? Well, you probably guessed that the certain ingredient was probably sugar, because it was Sugar Crisp back in the day. Sugar Crisp. Can't get enough of that Golden Crisp. But it was Sugar Crisp before it was Golden Crisp. If you got that right, give yourself a point. All right, that was the final 1 point of game number 1. So, we're going to go to the mystery round. The mystery round category this week is celebrity books. I'm going to give you a little bit of a clue about a celebrity. I'm going to give you their age and what they do. And then I'm going to give you the title of their book. You need to tell me the celebrity that wrote that book. So there'll be 4 of these. Each of these are worth 2 points. 2 points apiece. In our mystery round. I did used to eat that. I used to like that. Actually, my grandfather used to get that. That was the only thing I used to eat at his house. But, celebrity books. The first one is a 57-year-old comedian, actor, writer, director, and producer. And they wrote naked pictures of famous people. Tell me what celebrity wrote naked pictures of famous people. Best thing to do is write 1, 2, 3, and 4 on your sheet here. And then write down right in a row. Because you get 2 points for each one of them. I'll give you all the answers after I give you all 4 of them. Once again, the first one, 57-year-old comedian, actor, writer, director, and producer that wrote naked pictures of famous people. The second one, 98-year-old actress, Here We Go Again, My Life in Television. 98-year-old actress, and they wrote the book, Here We Go Again, My Life in Television. All right, the third one, a 49-year-old actor and carpenter wrote the book, Paddle Your Own Canoe. I need the name of the 49-year-old actor and carpenter that wrote the book, Paddle Your Own Canoe. And then the final one in the mystery round. Actor and director wrote the book, I Am Spock. I need the name of the celebrity actor and director that wrote, I Am Spock. All right, those are the 4 questions up there. You got them right there. You can see them in case you missed one. And then we'll start giving you the answers here. These are going to be worth 2 points apiece. Oh, that's good. That's real good. Bauhaus has a drive-thru. If you're in the Minneapolis area, look up Bauhaus. They have a drive-thru beer pickup where you can call them and place an order and then go through just like a McDonald's where you can pick up your beers. And I highly recommend this Lounge Lizard. If you've... Len Stewart wrote that. That was his first book, I believe. First book. All right. The second one was a 98-year-old actress who wrote the book Here We Go Again, My Life in Television. Book Paddle Your Own Canoe. That, of course, is Nick Offerman. Mr. Ron Swanson himself. If you wrote Ron Swanson, that ain't worth it. You got to write the name of the celebrity. His name is Nick Offerman. If you've never watched Parks and Rec, I highly recommend watching that show. All right, and the fourth one. Actor and director, I Am Spock, no age because unfortunately he's passed away. That was Leonard Nimoy. Leonard Nimoy, I'm sure everyone got that one. Nimoy. It's Nimoy. All right, going down to the final question. Reminder, those were all worth 2 points apiece. We're going to the final question now, which is worth 5 whole points. And the final question is going to be on athletes on TV. Athletes on TV. That's the category. Here's the question. Name two of the 5 athletes who hosted an episode of Saturday Night Live that aired in the 1990s. 3 of them played for the Big 4 sports teams. That's baseball, basketball, hockey, or football. And 4 of them have Olympic medals. That's all right, Emily, because we have another game coming up. So if you're not doing good this game, there's always a chance you're going to do better the second game. So once again, the final question worth 5 points of game number 1. Name two of the 5 athletes who hosted an episode of Saturday Night Live that aired in the 1990s. 3 of them played for the Big 4 sports teams. Those are basketball, football, hockey, and baseball. And 4 of them have Olympic medals. Think back. I know you know these. Think of famous sports athletes in the 90s. And pick 2 of them. Because chances are you might get at least one of them right. But you have to get 2 right to get the 5 points. If you only get 1, that's worth 0. You got to get them both. 2. But you got 5 shots at it. There's 5 people. Name 2 of the 5 that hosted Saturday Night Live in the 90s. All right, I hope you've thought enough. Because your time is up. Let's take a look at the answers. So, there were 5 people in the 90s that were celebrities that were played for sports teams, athletes, that hosted Saturday Night Live. One of them, everyone probably got, was Michael Jordan. One of his famous sketches there was Stuart Smalley talking about how he's good enough, smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like it. Michael Jordan is one of them. Deion Sanders is another one. Deion Sanders, primetime. Third one, Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley hosted. Charles Barkley. The fourth one, our Brews and Boxing show would have got this one. George Foreman. George Foreman hosted Saturday Night Live in the 90s. There you see him fighting, it looks like a Mike Myers dressed as Adolf Hitler. I don't remember that sketch, but it looked pretty funny. So, you needed 2 of the 5. I've told you 4. If you were still waiting on the last one, the last one is Nancy Kerrigan. Nancy Kerrigan was the 5th one. She hosted after she got her knee blown up by the Tonya Harding thing, and then they had the, that's when they had the Chris Farley ice skating episode, the figure skating, the Chris Farley one, and it was just beautiful. I believe Nancy Kerrigan was the coach on that one. It was hilarious. All right, how'd you do? Game number 1 is complete. Let me know how you did. Barkley versus Barney. Yeah, that was a good one, too. I forgot about that. I hope you got the final answer question right. 18, that's a good one. Gretzky, no. We made Gretzky head bleed on that one. For old super fan there. 14 points, that's not a bad score. Post your scores in the chat room. Let's see how well you did. Something I'd like to see, too, if you have any bets with people at your home that are somewhat appropriate. Hey, 8 points ain't bad for a first game, Emily. 20 points, that's real good. Mike and Michelle, hey, good to see you guys. Mike and Michelle, you guys have 9 points. Not bad, not bad. Game number 1 tends to be a little harder than game number 2. So game number 2 might be okay. Hey, see, Emily, you beat my mom. She only had 7 points. Dave, 14 is a good comeback considering where you were. You must have had a good mystery round. And must have got the last one right. The final question usually gets you pretty good. 10 points for Dime Slayer. All right. Post your things in there. Hang tight. It's our beer and bathroom break. So, if you need to go to the bathroom, go ahead and do that. If you need to go get a beer, which I need to do, because I pounded this one down pretty quickly. Go ahead and go grab that. We're going to start game number 2 in 2 minutes. 2 whole minutes, we will start game number 2. All right, bathroom break is almost complete here. Beer break is almost complete. Started late, that's no excuse. 20 points, I think that's the highest score I've seen in a while. 20 points is real good. 10, what is it? 10, 18, 23 is the most possible. Carmen, you need to go, when we open back up from quarantine zombie apocalypse here, you need to go find yourself a bar trivia team. You'll be an MVP. 20 points, holy moly. Hi to Ryan and Laura, Filthy Rich says. Ryan and Laura, people at your work that play every week, I appreciate that. Everyone that plays over at Filthy Rich's work, I really appreciate you guys playing every week. Salted nut roll cream ale. Ooh, I don't know if I can handle that. All right, let's get game number 2 started. Those are the categories for the first round of game number 2. Put them on my other computer here. First one's going to be in sitcoms. Sitcoms. Second one will be TV series. Well, any friends of Filthy Rich are friends of mine, I'll tell you that. So, hello, Ryan and Laura. Thank you very much for playing. Hi, Sarah and Travis. Thank you for tuning in and telling me my glasses are awesome. I appreciate that. Please make sure you come back next week. Subscribe, hit the bell. Thank you for joining in. Tell your friends about it so you can text them and say, hey, let's play trivia this week. Let's see how we do. Pop Rock's trying to host her own trivia show here. That is a great line, though. All right. Sitcoms, TV series, musicals is the third question. 4's in video games. 5's in roller coasters. 6 in book covers. 7's in cars. 8 in mythology. 9 in Gatorade. And 10 would be rap music. All right. Once again, this is a brand new game, so your points start over. They don't carry over from game number 1 unless that's the bet you have with the person that you're playing against. Game number 2 is a whole new ball game. So, let's get ready for game number 1 in sitcoms. Question number 1 coming your way right now. What was the main nickname of the character who was portrayed by Rob Reiner in the sitcom All in the Family, given to him by Archie? I'm fairly sure if they took porn off the internet, there'd only be one website left, and it'd be called bringbacktheporn.com. I love that line. Perry Cox. Dr. Cox and Scrubs. That was great. Pop Rock's dropping a Clavin line in there. We called that the Clavin. Who are 3 people who have never been in my kitchen? That would have been a good answer for the final question of game number 1. But question number 1 in sitcoms. Answers coming your way now. What was the main nickname of the character who was portrayed by Rob Reiner in the sitcom All in the Family, given to him by Archie? Now, he had a lot of nicknames. Called him all sorts of dumb names, but he had one main nickname for him. And that main nickname was Meathead. Because you are a meathead, dead from the neck up. A meathead. Hope you got that one right. If you got it right, give yourself 1 point. If you didn't get it right, don't give yourself a point at all. Because we're moving on to question number 2 in TV series. Which of the 4 CSI TV series was the last to debut, had the shortest run, and was the last to be on the air? Some would say this is when CSI jumped the shark. Dave, I hope you got the meathead question right. You look like an All in the Family kind of guy to me. Ma, I know you got that one right. Dad, if you're watching, I know you got that one right. All right, question number 2. Which of the 4 CSI TV series was the last to debut, had the shortest run, and was the last to be on the air? That was starring, oddly enough, I found out they brought him in, Ted Danson, later in this thing. CSI Cyber. CSI Cyber. So, if you got that one right, give yourself a point. If you didn't get that one right, you don't get a point. Moving on to question number 3 in musicals. Name either leader of the Sharks and Jets gangs in the musical West Side Story. Just gotta give me the first name of either leader of the Sharks or the Jets in West Side Story. Emily, I'm sure you can get this one. So, while we're waiting here, I got some news that we're going to be talking about. I'm going to run this by everybody here. I'm thinking about, since trivia is so popular, I'm going to have every other Friday, I'm going to have a specialty trivia show, which will be very hard questions based on one theme. So, theme shows. For instance, I could have a 30 Rock themed show, or I could have a Harry Potter themed question show, or whatever. Just a theme show based on probably a TV series or set of movies / books. So I'm planning on doing that every other Friday. I want to test out the water with some of my regulars here, see if that would be something you'd tune into, even if you didn't know the show. If you knew like a week ahead of time what the special trivia show would be, would you like to tune in and try that? Please let me know in the comments if you're not watching this live, or in the chat room if you are watching it live. Because I think it'll be a lot of fun. More trivia is always fun. Theme stuff. I like theme stuff too. So, I think the first theme show would be a week from this, be 6 days from now on Friday. So, I'm not sure what the theme will be. I gotta think about it. And usually, that's a good point. Where else would you be? But, themes are a little different because if you don't know the theme, like say if it's a show that you don't watch, if I do a 30 Rock theme show night and you watch 30 Rock, it might be like, yeah, why would I tune into that? But I decided to throw it out there. All right, question number 3. Name either leader of the Sharks in the game. Wow, let me try that again. Name either leader of the Sharks and Jets gangs in the musical West Side Story. Now, I don't know this one. I've never seen West Side Story. Musical I like is Rocky Horror Picture Show. But apparently it's Riff or Bernardo. Bernardo. Probably Bernardo. That's what it looks like. Riff is the head of the Jets. Bernardo is the head of the Sharks. Let's do a little West Side Story snap. I know that part. All right. Hope you got that right, because question number 4 in video games. In the 1985 video game Super Mario Bros., what 2 words complete the following quote spoken by Toad upon completing worlds 1 through 7? And the quote is, "Thank you, Mario, but our princess is in blank blank." Yes, I would post the theme most likely on a Monday. I will post a short video talking about theme week that week for that Friday. It'd be every other Friday because theme dates are hard to write. I have to write them myself. And so it'd give me a good week to do it. And yeah, so you'd have a week or 4 or 5 days, I guess, because I posted on Monday what the theme would be. Give you a chance to go watch a bunch of those, because you're in quarantine. What else are you going to do? Might as well binge watch a show and be like, hey, I have an excuse to binge watch this show. That's going to be the questions this week. All right, once again, question number 4. In video games, in the 1985 video game Super Mario Bros., what 2 words complete the following quote spoken by Toad upon completing worlds 1 through 7? The quote is, "Thank you, Mario, but our princess is in blank blank." Anyone that was alive in the 80s that played Super Mario Bros. Should know that. Because our princess is in another castle. Thank you, Mario, but our princess is in another castle. Hey, Will got that one right. All right, my son got that one right. And he's only 9, so you should have been able to get that one right. Because I don't think he's played Super Mario Brothers. But he knows Mario. He likes Mario. All right, question number 5. In roller coasters, a pair of dueling roller coasters at Universal Studios Singapore, one designed like a Cylon Raider, and the other one like a Colonial Viper, are named for what sci-fi media franchise? Yeah, we'd probably advertise it for sure on the Raider Live Facebook page. We're still going to have normal trivia every Saturday. Don't worry about that. But it was going to be an addition to what we have now. So it'd be an every other Friday theme night. So if that's something that interests you, please let me know. I'm probably going to do it anyway, because what else am I going to do? And I enjoy doing trivia with you guys every week, so I might as well make it twice a week. Well, that would be, I guess, 3 every 2 weeks. So, not sure what the first one will be. Maybe a Parks and Rec trivia. I think that'd be a fun one to start with. Parks and Rec. If you've never watched Parks and Rec, I highly recommend watching Parks and Rec. And that would be a fun one to do. So, question number 5 in roller coasters. Answer coming your way. A pair of dueling roller coasters at Universal Studios Singapore, one designed like a Cylon Raider and the other like a Colonial Viper, are named for what sci-fi media franchise? Hey, welcome, Darren. The answer is Battlestar Galactica, because Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. Obviously, Battlestar Galactica. Darren's coming in from Madison, Georgia. Hey, welcome, Darren. Appreciate that for joining in. Please tell your friends. Hope you're having a good time. South Park's another good theme. Yes, South Park is definitely on my list that I had. I had Parks and Rec on there. I had 30 Rock. I have South Park. It has to be shows that I watch, Because if I watch it, it's the only way I can write questions about it. If I've never seen it, I can't write questions about it. All right, moving on to question number 6. In book covers, an apple, a flower, a torn ribbon, and chess pieces are the main items depicted in the original cover art of books in what series? Please, again, don't post the answers in the chat room, even if they're wrong. I know you guys are talking about Battlestar Galactica. That's the last one. But yes, I understand that. But, just in case people think it's this series of books and they say Star Trek. It's not Star Trek for this series of books. Darren is Michelle's sister. Darren, it's a weird name for a sister. Oh, brother. Okay, well, that makes more sense. Hey. Either way, that's fine. Filthy Rich from the Bruise and Boxing Podcast knows this one. He's not going to post it in the chat room, though, but I believe him that he knows this one. Question number 6 coming your way. The answer is right now. An apple, a flower, a torn ribbon, and chess pieces are all the main items depicted in the original cover art of books in what series? Oh, Star Wars, Star Trek. Ah, okay. You guys talking about theme nights. Okay, I thought you were talking about the sci-fi one. Sci-fi question before that. That makes more sense. Yes, a Star Trek and a Star Wars theme night. Hey, Star Wars theme night. That'd be great. Everyone's seen Star Wars. Yes, absolutely. We'll definitely do those. All right. The answer, of course, is Twilight. Twilight is the series of books. Twilight. Filthy Rich, I'm sure you got that one right. All right, moving on to question number 7 in cars. I'm sure Judge Jimmy James will know this one. What Dodge vehicle was available for model years 1970 through 1974, again from 1978 to 1983, and was reintroduced in 2008 to rival the Ford Mustang and the Chevy Camaro? Never seen Star Wars? What? How have you never seen Star Wars? Used to come in the mail with packets of Tide. There's only one trilogy, and it's not of the King, it's of the Jedi. Gotta fix the tie here. That's alright. Alright, once again, what Dodge vehicle was available for model years 1970 through 1974, again from 1978 to 1983, and was reintroduced in 2008 to rival the Ford Mustang and the Chevy Camaro? So, which Dodge vehicle was that? Judge Jimmy James, I'm sure you got it. Freebie for you. Maybe. It was the Dodge Challenger. Dodge Challenger was the name of that car. Star Wars is a good one. Yes, we will definitely be using Star Wars for theme night. So I got 30 Rock, I got Star Wars, I got Star Trek would be a good one. I'd probably just stick with the Next Generation for what I know. We got 30 Rock, we got Parks and Rec, we got all sorts of good ones we can watch. So we'll do those. I will definitely post it since it seems to be a consensus thing. Maybe some fun doing that. I will post this Monday what the theme night is going to be. We're going to have theme night next Friday. So we're going to have two nights of trivia next week. We'll have the Friday theme night, and we'll have the Saturday regular trivia. Next gen for sure. All right. Moving on. Ooh, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That's another good one that we could use. All right, question number 8. In mythology, Polyphemus, blinded by Odysseus in Homer's Odyssey, was the leader of what group of mythical giants? Polyphemus. That's how they're saying I pronounce it. Polyphemus, blinded by Odysseus in Homer's Odyssey, was the leader of what group of mythical giants? Seinfeld, that'd be a great one. The Office, obviously, would be a great one. Married to Children, yes, that's a great one. He-Man. Ooh, I don't know if we have enough people from the 80s for a He-Man one. Maybe when Kevin Smith's He-Man comes out, we'll do a He-Man theme one. That's a good idea. Sports theme, yeah, Yeah, maybe. I could see that. ER? I don't watch ER, Deb. Sorry. But maybe I can find something. I don't think... A lot of people watch ER. I don't know. Scrubs would be a good one. Scrubs, definitely. Definitely could have a Scrubs night. I've watched all of Scrubs. Well, at least the first... Until JD left, and everyone left, and then it wasn't as good anymore. Alright, getting back to question number 8 in mythology. Polyphemus, blinded by Odysseus in Homer's Odyssey, was the leader of what group of mythical giants? That group was the Cyclops. The Cyclops was that group of mythical giants. The Cyclops. Alright, question number 9 coming your way. In Gatorade, what major beverage corporation acquired Gatorade in 2001? No, the Transformers are not a gift from God. They're a gift from who we call Beelzebub. The Desolate One. Yeah, unfortunately, that music is copyrighted, Carmen. So, I can't use any copyrighted things on this channel, or else it shuts it down right away, sadly. Chill 7 doesn't get it shut down because they gave us permission, first off. And second off, I don't think they're copyrighted. So, we use them. And plus, it's good, nice little chill music to have. And then the music I play before my show, when you tune in, those are all non-copyrighted playlists. So, I don't get shut down. Let me help you out of your chair, Grandma. All right, question number 9. What major beverage company or corporation acquired Gatorade in 2001? Now, I was a little lenient on this one, because if you said Pepsi, I gave it to you. It's actually PepsiCo, but if you said Pepsi, I'm fine with that, because water sucks. Gatorade is better. You grant me permission? Well, if you run Scrubs, that'd be great. Chill 7 is copyrighted, but I do know one of the band members, and they said it was cool. All right, moving on to question number 10. In rap music, who is the subject of the 1995 single by Tupac Shakur that includes the lyrics, "But the plan is to show you that I understand, you are appreciated"? Who is the subject? The 1995 single by Tupac Shakur that includes the lyrics, "But the plan is to show you that I understand, you are appreciated." This is the final 1-point question of game number 2. Chill 7 is available on iTunes, and I thank them again very much for letting me use their music for my trivia shows every week. So after this question, we'll start the mystery round, which will be the visual mystery round. Those will all be worth 2 points apiece. Then we'll have the final question of game number 2. Then we'll have a final toast, sign off, and then I'll get working on the theme night, because we're going to have a theme night next week. Next Friday. That should be fun. All right. Here we go. Who's the subject of the 1995 single by Tupac Shakur that includes the lyrics, "But the plan is to show you that I understand, you are appreciated"? Again, I was a little lenient on this one. If you said his mother, I'll give that one to you. That's fine. Or Afeni Shakur is the name of the lady. So if you gave either one of those answers, I will give that to you. That was worth 1 point. So, how'd you do in game number 2? Round number 1 is over. Game number 2. Those were all worth 1 point. We're going to move on to the mystery round of game number 2, which is our visual mystery round. We always have a visual in game number 2. And this one's called View from the Street. Deb, you got 9 points. I can't believe that. That's unbelievable. How are you that smart? Marry my buddy Josh. No, just kidding. I love Josh. I love you both. 2 points for Darren, 3 points for Dave. Hopefully you guys make up some points. 7 for Carmen. Hope you guys make up some points in the mystery round here. Visual mystery round, view from the street. So I'm going to give you a Google Maps street view of a street in a U.S. city. You need to tell me the U.S. city that is being displayed. All right, you guys ready? Here's your first one. Whoa. Your first one is not his mother. We went backwards somehow. All right. Your first one is that. Tell me, what city is that from the Google Maps Street View? Now, I know what you're saying. How the hell would I know that? Well, most of these are going to have a landmark or something in them that you could probably spot and go, oh, okay, I know that city. That's the way you kind of go with it. Or you can say, hey, I know where Market Street and Walnut Street is. I drive there every day. Obviously, the K-Mob building. That's the first one. I'm going to show you all 4 of them, and then I'm going to put them up there as I do. That's your first one, though. Your second one looks like that. Tell me, what city is that? Based on the Google Maps Street View. What city is that? Alright, the third one I like to call the divorce question, because if any of my 2 buddies, Judge Jimmy James or his wife, get it wrong, they're getting divorced. Here's the third one. I say that only because one of them has a tattoo of something in this picture, and they got married in this city. So, if they don't know it, they're in trouble. I guarantee it's basically a freebie for them. Yes, KMOV is a TV station, but it's not WKRP, so you know it's not Cincinnati. Alright, and then there's the fourth one right there. What city is that? Based on the Google Street View. What city is that? They're all in the U.S. You need to tell me the name of the U.S. city. They're each worth 2 points. Once again, thank you, Bauhaus. Amazing beer, as always. I'm going to try to do, from now on, I'm going to try to do a new local beer every week. Local of Minnesota, that's where I am. But if you're not in Minnesota, please go check out your local breweries near you. Those small local breweries need your help, especially in a time like this. Most of them have drive-thrus or some way of taking them out. Or when you go to the liquor store, go to the local brews and find locals. And if you don't like beer, find the local whiskey. There's probably local whiskey or gin, or, well, I hate gin, but there's something made local. Find something local. They need your support. And I'll tell you what, they taste a lot better, too. Mike and Michelle got them all. Holy cow, a perfect score? Maybe just a perfect score in the mystery round. All right, those are the 4 right there. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Make sure you write down the cities next to them. I'll give you one more quick minute or so to look at all 4 of those and try to figure out which is where and where. I need the U.S. city that those are depicted from. Mike and Michelle got them all. I hope they're talking about the mystery round, because if they got the perfect score in round number 1, that's amazing. That is amazing. That someone could know about Tupac Shakur and All in the Family is just amazing. Mystery round. Okay, that makes more sense. Dave visited number 2 in October, so you better get that one right. All right. You guys ready? Here we go. Yes, next week we will definitely do a selection from that Pop Rocks Live Broken Clock Brewery. I happen to know a partial owner of Broken Clock Brewery here in Minneapolis, and they have delicious beers as well. But this week we're featuring Bauhaus. Next week we'll feature Broken Clock. All right, here we go with the questions for the mystery round. Here we go. The first one had a little, you can see a little bit of the St. Louis Arch on there. That is St. Louis, Missouri. You see the arch over there in the corner? That is St. Louis, Missouri. Now the second one, that's a picture of the French Quarter, Jackson Square, and that's in New Orleans. New Orleans. That's what that is right there. The third one obviously has a picture of the Golden Gate Bridge. That, of course, is San Francisco, California. Now this last one, you can see a little marker there. And if you know what that marker is, that marker says it's the southernmost point in the USA. And that southernmost point in the USA is in Key West, Florida. Key West. So, hopefully you got that right. If you got each one of those is worth 2 points apiece. You don't have to get them all, but each one's worth 2. So a maximum of 8 points you could have got there. Game number 2's final question category, worth 5 whole points. 5 whole points. It's going to be in 2000s movies. There's no excuse. You were alive in the 2000s. Everyone was alive in the 2000s, including my son. Now, actually, my son was born in 2010, but I think it still counts. Nope, never mind, because it's 2009 movies. So, here's your final question. Worth. Hold on, let me make sure we got enough tunes here. I think we just ran the last one. We did. Okay, hold on. There we go. Here's the final question coming your way in 2000 movies. 4 films released in the decade of the 2000s, 2000 to 2009, grossed at least $1 billion worldwide. One of those was Avatar. Name one of the other 3. Give the full title of the film if applicable, which means it's not the answer, but if you said Indiana Jones, that ain't gonna cut it. You have to say Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. You have to say something like that. So, if it has a full title like that, you have to give a full title, or don't count. If it doesn't have a full title, don't worry about it. But 4 films, released in the decade of the 2000s, 2009, grossed at least $1 billion. One of those was Avatar. Name one of the other 3. It definitely was not Crystal Skull. That was the hint that I was giving you, that it is not an Indiana Jones movie. Although, if you saw the news, they are making another Indiana Jones film starring Harrison Ford. I know. I don't understand. You sit there and you look, man, Crystal Skull was so good. Let's make another one with, 150-year-old Harrison Ford. And people say, yeah, well, you know what? And I hear the people talking about Crystal Skull, and they say, well, it's based on the serials. Like, if you watch Indiana Jones and the old ones, they're all ridiculous too. I'm like, yeah, they were ridiculous, but they weren't that ridiculous. They didn't have, like, sword fighting and going through, like, sword fighting on top of jeeps and going Tarzan style with Shia LaBeouf through the jungle and being on a raft. And, well, I guess they did have the raft in Temple of Doom where they fell out of an airplane on that, but still, it just seemed ridiculous. Aliens shouldn't be in the Indiana Jones film. And, of course, the refrigerator and the atomic bomb, that was just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. All right. You've got enough time on the final question here. Final question. 4 films released in the decade of the 2000s. That's a good point, Emily. 4 films released in the decade of the 2000s, 2000 to 2009, grossed at least $1 billion worldwide. One of those was Avatar. Name one of the other 3. You have to give the full title if it applies. Here are the answers. You need to get one of these, and just one. Here are the answers. All right, the first one that gained $1 billion. It's not of the Jedi. It's Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. Have to have Return of the King in there. That was one of them that made $1 billion. $1 billion. Emily says he's good walking away from Han, but not Indiana. Well, yeah. I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't like Disney. Maybe he doesn't like the way the films have went. It's hard to tell. But, he said that, and then he came back in the last film. Spoiler alert. So, who knows? All right. First one was Return of the King. Second one that gained $1 billion in the 2000s was Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. Have to have Dead Man's Chest in there. If you didn't have Dead Man's Chest in there, it doesn't count. That was the second one that gained $1 billion. Well, the third one, because Avatar. So, we got one left. Have you got it yet so far? Because the last one coming your way right now, that gained $1 billion in the 2000s. One of my favorite movies, actually, of all time. And everyone should know this one. If you haven't seen this one, you should definitely go out and see it. It was The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight. Christian Bale, Michael Caine, Heath Ledger. Rest in peace. That was the last one that was worth $1 billion. So if you got any one of them three, that's worth 5 points. Help your scores, throw them in the chat here. Let me know how good you did. I'm looking for some scores here to add them up. Tell me your bets that you won, too. 15. Who won over there? I want to know who won between Deb and Josh. Emily, did you do better in game number 2? I bet you did. Eight again. Oh, you didn't get the last one? I thought for sure you'd get the last question. Deb wins at home. Dime Slayer with 12. Carmen 14 for round number 2. That's pretty good. Josh had 8. Oh, well. Well, I hope you had fun, though, Emily. Did you have fun, at least? 2? Oh, come on, Ma. All right, I'm gonna give you my Netflix password so you can start watching a few of these. Actually, I think you have Netflix. You should know. Oh, she gets the wrong Lord of the Rings. Pop Rocks with 13. Not getting divorced. That's a good thing. Who won over there, Jess? I want to know who won between Jess and Judge Jimmy James. Let me know that one. 8 for Filthy Rich. Love you too, Emily. I miss you guys. Everyone at the tailgate, I miss all of you. Azure, hey, Keith got 5 for The Dark Knight. Congratulations. Thanks for joining in, Azure and Keith. Eminem got 15. Thank you, Carmen, for joining in. Kelly, she never knows her score. You know what, Kelly? I'm just going to buy you a notebook and a pen. I'm just going to bring them there and staple them to your door so you have something to keep it on. Hey, thanks again for tuning in, Dave, Deb, Tailgate. Yes, the Tailgate. If you're in Minneapolis, once everything starts up in Richfield, go to the Tailgate. Go up to Emily when she's up there at the bar. Say, hey, I remember you from Raider Live Trivia. And you'll have a good laugh. Great place to go, the Tailgate Bar. Got in a little late. Hey, no problem there. 15 for Brandon and Nadia. Filthy Rich had Tailgate for dinner. Yes, they are still open for takeout. I had that the other day. It was very good. And my son does have a channel. Roblox Will Plays Games is his YouTube channel. If you have any kids that like to watch kids play games, which I don't understand that, but apparently that's a big thing. My son, Roblox Will Plays Games, is his YouTube channel. Please check that out. Also check out the YouTube channel Pop Rocks Live for that, because we need to get that one all out there. Shout out to my son, Will. Yes, obviously, shout out to my son, Will. Thanks again for the great show. Thank you, everyone, for coming in. MM, thank you very much. Hey, thank you all for coming. I have a great time every week. This Friday, is going to be a theme night. Tune in on Monday to the channel to find out what the theme is going to be for this Friday. And then, of course, Saturday, we'll have regular trivia again, all ready to go. I am Raider Live. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great night. Love you all. Stay safe. Stay healthy. And I'll see you next Friday.